Yes, Dr. Okupe joins us this morning. Thank you for coming on today. We just had Dr. Fashakin, Mr. Rotimi Fashakin here saying, well, he started off with when you said that they're going about shopping for expired PDP leaders, and he was quick to take us back to Ogun State. He says...
I was wondering what he meant by that.
No, he said, look, PDP was in charge, but now it's APC. So they've got us spying. I think that's what he was trying to say.
Yeah.
So he says if they could do it there, forget the fact that you call them shoppers now, but they can deliver.
You know, Chamberlain, good morning. Good morning, everybody. I'm happy to be here. The truth of the matter is, I will not even join issues on that level with Fashakin. I've said it before, and I'm still saying it. Every time, if you look at the antecedents of the APC, ACN was part of it. Every time they needed a national figure as a leader, or anytime they wanted to play national politics, they don't have it amongst themselves. They have to, the other time they want to look for Ribadu. The other time they want to look for Atiku. Now Tamboa or somebody, or Basanjo. What is the definition of a political party that is worth anybody considering? One, you must have within yourself the human resources that is required to develop and instill sense of confidence of voters. Number two, check out APC. They have no story to tell. It is quite embarrassing. I am shocked. A new party formed with so much fanfare, they have no story to tell. What you would have expected would have been that this party that knows that it is in opposition, it must defeat an incumbent, ought to be moving all over the place, talking about manifesto, talking about what they will do differently from what is being done. Right now, they are mute on manifesto, mute on program. All they're doing is collecting all collectibles, and there are no records. There are no. If you're a criminal, it's okay. Before Kwankwaso is a thief. Now, if you don't say PC, is a saint. This is not a serious party.
Okay,
it's not.
As much as you've said that, but 5 governors have joined their ranks from the PDP.
Yeah, I said that's not the problem. That's not the problem. And
they say they are counting.
They have been counting for how long? They said 14 will join, 24 will join. Out of the 7 that wanted to join before, the number reduced to 5. Those 5, or those guys who have left, is for us is good readers. These are people who are, irrevocably committed to a particular ideology. They want the presidency to go to the north by all means. But these are not Democrats.
Are you taking it for granted that might happen?
What will happen?
What you just said, that they want the presidency to go to the north.
Yeah,
because with all those maneuverings,
there's nothing wrong with that.
No, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. With all these maneuverings, it just might happen.
There are no maneuverings. There are no maneuverings here.
You don't think that if they gain the majority in the National Assembly, that will be a challenge to the PDP?
They are not likely to gain it. That is a dream they want. They have. They are not likely to gain a majority in any of the houses. For a fact, they are not likely going to. Because you see, you are not even counting. You see, I've seen that they play with figures. They are, PDP is 168, they are 174. But PDP also has working alliance and working arrangement with the Labour Party, with ABGA, with Accord. And they're not small numbers.
I'm very happy that you finally mentioned the word I've been looking for, alliance.
Yes.
You have to bear in mind.
We have unsigned alliance.
Just a moment. Yes, you have to bear in mind that, politics, at the end of the day, is a game of numbers. You might have the finest manifestos, and if you don't come up with the numbers, you're still relegated to minority. That's where you'll be.
Yes, ma'am.
So if they're looking for alliances within members of your party where they think that that's where the numbers are, what's wrong with that?
I have never condemned them for looking for members in our party.
You're not.
All I'm saying is that
that's what they're looking for, because what he would seem is that we have a finite number here. I must decrease for you to gain, and they must gain for you to increase. Or for you to decrease. That's how it seems to be working out here.
Politics has changed since the era of the digital communication thing and the emancipation of a lot of our young people. Politics, people like the leadership of the APC, Buhari, Bola Tinubu, all these people are still thinking in the past, thinking that if I can get Chamberlain to support me, Okupe to support me, Obasanjo to support me, then I will win. No, that's not going to happen. When the polls come to show, what is going to win election in this country will be, what have you done? What are you capable of doing? You know, what have you been able to communicate to the people?
Is that what has been winning elections for politicians?
No, that is what is, you know, there's a change. Have you ever seen this level of participation of Nigerians in the governance of their affairs before? It has never happened. It is good luck, Jonathan, that has come in at a time, you know, that social media is so rife that everybody is questioning everything and everybody wants to know everything. Elections will not be different. Elections going to be based on. It's not going to be based on. What have you done? Look, Buhari is with me. Tinubu is with me. Okupe is with me. That's not going to win elections.
Let's look at that principle itself. I mean, the principle of what have you done.
Correct.
We also know that, you know, the last elections, you know, the PDP lost even more states than they did in previous elections. You know, and the APC gained. Now the APC and some other parties gained those states. Is that a pointer into what the PDP has been doing in those states as well?
No. You know, what did the APC, so-called APC gain? You know, Southwest, period. Southwest politics is, you know what happened in Southwest. In the Southwest, the PDP messed itself up. The internal wranglings in the PDP destroyed the party. We are still with the problem till now. Where APC actually gained anything on the Southwest, we still had our own in every other place. There's no other place we lost election except maybe Nasarawa.
Well, right now you're losing again because 5 of your members have joined the PDP. They currently control their own states.
The 5 members that have joined PDP, these are governors that are going. These are governors that are not popular in their states. Let me tell you, Inyako is of no consequence in Adamawa. You know, we had to beg the whole of Adamawa, everybody that was, you know, Jibril Aminu, Atiku Abubakar, Bamanga Tuko, everybody that was anybody in Adamawa to help show up support for Yako to win the second time.
So it was still.
And even then, we were only able to score 40%. It wasn't the party; it was his person, and it's not his fault. You know, he's never been a politician. It was General Obasanjo who went and called him from his farm. He didn't take part. These are the people talking about democracy and Democrats. He didn't take part in any primary. He didn't win any election. He didn't campaign to anybody. They have finished the primaries in Adamawa.
How did he become governor as PDP?
No, I've just told you what happened. The president then.
It says a lot about your platform.
No, the president then just called him and said, "Look, you know, you are going, I'm
from the same farm,
and your party structure
from the same farm."
Yes, he just called him and said, "Look, you are the governor."
Dr. Okupe, your party, which is supposed to be a democratic party, allowed that kind of thing to happen.
Excuse me, the leadership. You see, we cannot approbate and reprobate at the same time. You see, the leadership of the party at different times are different. I mean, now you have a Democrat in place. You have a man that is liberal, that is law-abiding. I say he's weak. He's not doing something right.
So at that time, there were no Democrats.
I didn't say so. I've just giving you an example.
Now we have a Democrat. It implies that
a Democrat
we didn't have.
I didn't say no. That's not what I said.
By implication,
I am certain, and I'm saying that this person sitting right now in the presidency is a Democrat. Is law-abiding. Is liberal. All right. I mean, is a man that has power, but uses power sensibly, reasonably.